y'all. What's up? What's up? Welcome. Welcome to Sistas United. We have an awesome
Welcome, welcome.
we have an awesome show for you tonight. I look, our guest is already here. Listen, excited. Listen. So we're gonna have fun tonight, but we are gonna address these triggers. These triggers. And let me tell y'all something, because sometimes we tune in. First, let me say, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Because I'm ready to get into this topic. And I know Miss Renisha's going, she got some stuff for me tonight. I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all, but this show is for me. Look. So we want everybody to tune in. I want you to make sure that you go over to YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. My Gospel Soul Network. Okay, My Gospel Soul Network. Okay, go on there, like, share, subscribe. Tonight's show is about triggers. Okay, some of us we think we talking about pulling the trigger. No, put your gun up, put it up. We finna deal with that emotion. We finna deal with the insecurities. We finna deal with the stuff that's in us that we don't like to talk about that much. Okay, jealousy and all that good stuff. We gonna get into it tonight. Alicia is on tonight, but she's she's not gonna be in video, but she's here and she will be talking. Y'all know she will. Okay, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
you know I'm gonna talk.
Oh yeah. So, and before we get into it, I want to make sure everybody goes to sistersunitedtalk.wordpress.com. We have a post there about triggers, okay? Your peace and your insecurities and folks that say stuff, and then all of a sudden your mind is all over the place. So go there, read that, leave a comment. Um, the best way to get help is to be transparent. A lot of us, that's my business. Well, your business could be setting you up, all right, for a fall. Um, let's talk to our guest tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Sisters United. Yeah,
Hello.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been waiting on you. I just, I saw some stuff and I said, "Ooh, I know a professional. I know a professional. You know how we. I know a professional." So I'm excited about you being here tonight. I just want to take a moment to let you introduce yourself. So I know you, but other people, introduce for other people.
All right. So I am Renisha Freeman. I am a licensed professional counselor. I specialize in depression, anxiety, grief, childhood trauma, PTSD. And I work with teens and individuals and couples and families as well. And we just try to work through these issues that are affecting us in the present. And I'll be honest, when I saw the topic was triggered, I was like, "Oh boy, here we go," because so many of us are walking around with triggers, and we don't even realize that it comes from a place that hasn't been addressed, that hasn't been healed. I am the owner of From Hurt to Heal Counseling and Wellness. I have an office in North Houston, but I also offer virtual sessions. Um, I am a wife and mother of three young adults and grandmother of one who just made one today. So yeah, just we just finished singing happy birthday to him earlier. So I am in ministry at my church at Greater New Testament. I am an educator by day, counselor by night, and I'm working on my PhD. So I'm gonna be Dr. Freeman pretty soon.
All
Send
right,
some prayers up.
right, cause I'm gonna need you.
Okay.
I'm gonna need a doctor. No. Um, why? What inspired you to go into this field?
Okay, so I've kind of always been that person that people talk to, even strangers, like just telling me things, and I didn't ask. They just felt like they should tell me. So I've always took pride in being a good listener, but also, I've been in a place to where I've confided in people and it it got out. So for me, it was important that I create something, a space where people could tell me things and they know, hey, I can trust her. She's not gonna tell anybody. It's not my business, not gonna get back to me. So it was important for me to hold a space for people to try to help them. For some people, and I'll be honest, in counseling, some people come to therapy because they need somebody to talk to. They need somebody that will listen to them and let them know that they're not crazy. But also people do come looking for some support and some guidance in their life, and I'm available. I love being available to encourage people, and that's kind of how I ended up in this position.
I noticed that you said PTSD.
Yes.
Um, a lot of people think that that's just associated with military, or it's just
Yes.
associated with, with that, because that's what we see a lot when people mention PTSD. So
Right.
can you talk to us a little bit, just a little bit about that?
Okay. I just shared with somebody earlier that sometimes PTSD can be from a car accident. You could have been in a car accident 15 years ago. And so now whenever you are near an 18 wheeler, because that accident was involving an 18 wheeler, when you see an 18 wheeler now, you get a little anxious. Your anxiety goes up. Um, you may not even want to drive. I've dealt with people who have been trying to get back into driving because they had an accident and they don't want to drive anymore.
Mm,
Or, even just getting in the car with somebody triggers, this experience. It takes them back to that experience. So PTSD you're right, there's a stigma that it's only associated with military, but no, it can be associated with any traumatic experience that you've had, and it still comes up and it triggers you.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was talking to a lady who had been through the trauma of rape, and
Yes.
she was talking. She didn't call it triggers, but she was talking about how it's certain things that her body would do when she was
Yes.
on the opposite sex, or someone who seemed like
Yes.
they would, and it wasn't like they approached her. It sometimes is the way they talk, sometimes it's the
Mm-hmm.
mannerisms, and she said it would just cause her to just freeze, just
Yes.
in. And that's why I wanted you to talk about PTSD, because a lot of people are dealing with that due to trauma, past traumas, like you said, and
Mm-hmm.
and they don't understand that that's what that is.
Right. Right. So when we talk about triggers, I made a video, I don't know, maybe last year on TikTok, where I said there was a difference between you're triggered and you're just annoyed.
Mm,
You know, I can be annoyed because I hear people overuse the word trigger sometime as well. So they'll say, "Oh, I'm triggered." No, you're not just triggered. You're annoyed right now. You're annoyed that they're making this noise. You're annoyed that now I got to sit in traffic. But so there is a difference between being triggered and being annoyed. The triggers, though, can come even in a smell.
mm,
I've had people, when you talk about rape victims, people who have experienced molestation, um, they often talk about a certain scent that either was in the room when they were raped and molested, or
Mm.
um, just a scent of that person. And so then when they smell that, they're triggered and they think about um, they go back to their encounter, their experience, and it may physically affect them to where their anxiety goes up. Some people shut down, you know, some people will feel their hands sweaty, shaky. It that is producing an emotion out of them, and so that is a trigger. Not only a smell, even when we talk about grief, that smell of someone that you loved and they're no longer here, it can trigger some emotions within you,
Yeah.
so they're all around us. And but you're exactly right, especially rape victims and people who have been molested. There are so many triggers, and
Yeah.
when they're trying to move forward into a healthy relationship, and they're trying to you know move away from this trauma, it's hard because sometimes they've never addressed it, or they don't even realize it's a trigger until they're in that situation again and their body responds the way it does, or it causes them these emotions. So
Yeah.
sometimes people don't even realize they have these triggers.
Wow. Which brings me to I wrote down a couple of things that that I wanted to ask you about. One of them was
Okay.
emotional triggers as far as rejection. In our childhood,
Hmm.
we got in our culture, our black parentage. I just made that up.
Yes.
Um, can can stalk us when we are adults. I think it um,
Mm,
causes. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I know that that could be a source of. I wouldn't want to say PTSD, but you can be triggered in those
be
areas,
tricky. Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So, what do you think about that? As far as because you hear these are common phrases. You got daddy issues. You got mommy
Hmm.
issues. You got
Hmm.
this kind of issue. You got that. What do you think about that?
It is very true. Rejection, abandonment, um, not feeling loved, not feeling heard, all of these go back, can be traced back to your childhood. You know, um, there's so many different cases. Maybe parents weren't in their life. Maybe parents were there, but they had their own issues. And so you were left to kind of fend for yourself.
Mm,
You didn't get the love that you felt you needed. You didn't get the nurturing that you felt that you needed. So what happens is we develop these defense mechanisms. We develop these ways of functioning that are not always healthy, but it's a learned behavior because this is what we had to do to survive and to grow up in life. We didn't have the guidance that said, okay, let me nurture you, or what's going on with you today? How was your day? Some people didn't grow up with that.
yeah.
Some people didn't grow up feeling loved and getting hugs and even being told, oh, you're doing such a great job, I'm proud of you. So they grow up with these feelings of, am I good enough?
Mm, yeah.
Am I worthy of being loved? You know, and it really gets bad, honestly, when they may have seen a sibling get that love, but then they didn't get it.
Mm, yeah. Favorite. That favorite.
Yes. So then you have people, well, what was wrong with me?
Yeah.
Well, why didn't I get that love? Why aren't they buying me the things that I see my little brother gets all the attention? He gets all the love. I don't get anything.
Mm,
And
mm,
so people grow up with these feelings of I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. Maybe something's wrong with me. Some people internalize that,
Mm,
and they start to doubt themselves. Maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe I'm not pretty enough. Oh, I was the chunky sibling. Oh, so my sisters were prettier than me. These are
yeah.
things that people say and people deal with it and they carry it. So then when they get older and the minute they get rejection or the minute they feel abandoned, they go into these thoughts of I'm not good enough.
Mm,
I'm not worthy.
wow.
All these things are just, but they are a result of rejection, abandonment, and not feeling loved.
And could it also be possible that a lot of the decisions that we make as adults,
Hmm.
okay, I'll give a scenario. One day
Okay.
I was in this situation, and I woke up on the side of my bed and I said, I don't know how I got here, right?
Mm,
No matter what
mhm,
I accomplished, no matter what I did, I didn't find any joy in it. And at that moment, the Lord was like, because none of this you did was for you. you know, all of the
good
things
point.
that you were doing was to impress your mom or to get that, like we was talking about the favorite child and all, to get that I'm proud of you or to get that,
Mhm,
that, you know, and I realized there's a lot of things that I really did not want to be doing.
right,
It
right.
really wasn't, so I is that possible? Can you, because it's a lot of people right now miserable, got everything, and they
Mhm,
are miserable. And I
mhm.
sometimes think it's because of this right here.
Yes, yes. It could be because, now I don't know, are you an older child?
I'm a middle child. I'm at the
Oh, well, you were invisible. You were invisible. A lot of times, the middle child is just kinda left in the middle. That's why they're the middle child. The oldest is the second parent.
Yep.
The baby can do no wrong. But
True.
the middle child is like, "Hey, I'm still here. Hey,
Yep.
I made good grades. I did
Yep.
a good job. Oh, good. Okay." But
Yep.
let the baby do something good. Oh, we throwing a party. We
Yep.
we throwing it's yeah. So that's why I asked that question because a lot of times people are going after these things and trying to achieve because you got to know your motivation, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's not really it's to try to make you feel better about yourself and try to make you say, okay, well, look what I did, but it comes from a place. It comes
Yeah.
from a place where you wanted that acceptance, you wanted that pat on the back as a child, and maybe you didn't get it, so now you're going after it as an adult, which is nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with pursuing it, but you got to know why you're doing it.
Yeah. Because it won't be, like I said, to wake up in that.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna name some triggers for me because
Okay.
with me, like you said, it was the one where maybe I'm not good enough, or
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
I had a kid at 17.
There you go.
My
Hmm.
God. And
Hmm.
I was in super duper religion, so
Yes.
wasn't no baby shower, wasn't no,
Mm.
you know, wasn't no, everybody was happy that the baby was coming. Wasn't none of that. So
Right.
it was you're a mess up, you know. So I spent a lot of
Yeah.
time trying to correct some things, which I
Hmm.
really was wasted time. I was wasting time, but you don't
Hmm.
know it at the time. So
Hmm.
now, even sometimes I have to catch myself when people talk to me a certain way. They're like,
Okay. Okay.
So I think it's
Okay.
reactions. Even though you have identified it, I think we still react sometimes when that,
We
like
do.
you said, we're triggered by
Yeah.
that familiar thing.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. But once you become aware of it,
Hmm.
then you start to pay attention to your patterns. patterns, you know, and even question yourself. I can be real honest. A lot of times I question why I do things now. Am I doing this because I want to do this? Or am I doing this because I want people to be happy? I want to I want to please people. But guess where that came from? Okay, when I was growing up, even though I was the youngest, I I did what I feel like got me the applause, and my parents were proud of me when I did the right thing. Even though I'm supposed to do the right thing, I still felt like, okay, you don't want people to be disappointed in you. You need to understand why you do something. And you need to examine it. And now, especially when you have a relationship with God, the spirit of God will convict you
Yes,
and,
yes.
and correct you and say, now, why you doing that? Who told you to do that? Did I tell you to do that? Are you doing that on your own
Oh, you're wrong.
for another reason? So yeah, we definitely have to examine why we do what we do now as an adult. Am I doing this because I'm trying to get somebody to like me? Am I doing this because at least they won't reject me? And a lot of people end up watering themselves down
Mm,
so that they don't have those feelings of rejection, so that
mm,
they don't feel abandoned. But you need to always, first of all, be true to who you are, to who God has called you to be, and just embrace that, accept it.
yeah,
The self acceptance, that's where it starts.
yeah, yeah. It's hard sometimes when you, like I say, there's a lot of rejection after that. And I know a lot of women who have been through that. And I listen
Yes.
to a lot of us, sometimes we are talking about our dad, or we're talking about our
Hmm.
mom, and she don't like I mean, I'm 48 years old. And
Hmm.
sometimes I, like you said, I have to check myself because I'll get caught up in the, I call it the abyss of
Hmm.
of because when you step out your house and into your parents' house, or into your sister's house, or into, you get what I'm saying, they meet you at your childhood, you
Yes.
in your atmosphere, you, it's a different thing, you know.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
so even with my children, I had to be transparent with them to make sure they understood why I do what I do. you know.
Yeah.
Um, is there anything particular that you want, specific, that you wanted to talk about tonight? Because I have more questions, but I would love.
I'm going with the flow with
We're
whatever
gonna.
you have. Now, I will say this: as women, sometimes we do things because our life hasn't gone the way we thought it would, or the way we planned, and so we're trying to make it happen. We're trying
Mhm.
to force it to be this way, or well, and at the end we compromise ourselves. And that's why I said the self-acceptance, you got to come to a place to where you love yourself, and the self-love, the self-acceptance, and understanding your self-worth plays a big role in that, because you don't want to just pursue things, and this is why a lot of times, honestly, women get in relationships that they shouldn't be in, because they're looking for something. They're
Mhm.
looking for that acceptance in somebody else, and it really starts within. Yeah.
Wow. And that's deep too, because we we tend to just do it because it feels good at the time. We do not question our own self. Girl, where you? And I always tell people, look in the mirror and say, girl, what you doing that for? Why? Because if you be honest, and I know as women, like you said, we tend to, we want to, they give us the Superman cape, the
Hmm.
Superwoman cape. They give that we have to be strong, we have to be
Hmm.
this, and we have to be that. And so when it is time, when we need the help and we need the healing and we are broken and we are,
Mhm.
feeling, we dealing with emotions we don't understand, we tend to just go ahead and oh girl, I'm all right,
Mhm.
or
Mhm.
I find out a lot of times we hide behind God instead of utilizing who he is. We hide behind,
Mhm.
okay, God, you know, the battle
Mhm.
is not mine, it's yours. But
Mhm.
that's true, but you have to learn how to utilize what he gives
Right.
you,
Right.
because I feel like it's gonna come back around. It's
Mhm.
gonna visit you until you deal with it.
Mhm. It's gonna always be there. A lot of women also shut down,
Hmm.
and you know, they just shut down.
Wow. Wow.
So it's but all of those are just learned responses. It's a defense mechanism. We learn, oh well, if I shut down, then nobody will bother me. And
Mm.
that's not always good.
Not always good.
Yeah.
I want to talk about. I had some notes for you.
I like it.
Um, so I got criticism,
Mm.
work, family
Ooh.
is a trigger. What you think?
Ooh. Criticism, and this is for men and women. Criticism, people, we as human beings. This is not a black problem, this is not a white problem, this is
It's
a
a
people
people
problem.
problem. Yes, it is.
Nobody wants to be criticized, none
Yeah.
of us. But for some of us, of course, tone, I always say tone and delivery of the criticism is important. Like you're not just gonna tell me you giving me constructive criticism, but you talking to me the way you talking.
Right.
No, no, there's a way to do this. But criticism again can be a trigger because it then takes us back. I'm not good enough. It takes us back to these thoughts of rejection, these thoughts of abandonment. When we get criticism, when we get criticized. So we have to learn how to take the criticism that people give us, um, process it. That's one of my words I always use. Process it, pray about it.
Hmm.
And if it's something that you really need to change, then you start asking God to help you change in that area.
Yeah.
You got to know the people around you too. There are people around you. Of course, some people they just want to criticize everything you do, and I'm not talking about
Everything.
them. But people around you that love you and they're coming to you in the spirit of love and saying, hey, I kind of notice you being this way or that way, then learn to kind of evaluate. Maybe they're right. Maybe I have been, snappy, or maybe I do need to work on my attitude. It's not always bad, but it's what you do with that criticism.
Yeah.
Um, and like I said, pray about it and process it.
Yeah.
And then because if you be honest with yourself, the areas you need to work on. You
Yeah.
know, you know.
You know.
So yeah, they not wrong. You need to work on that.
You need to work on it.
Yeah,
And
you need to work on it.
they always say don't shoot the messenger, but I always tell the messenger don't package it in a boo boo pamper. Okay. Don't listen. Listen, you want to help me? Don't package it in a boo boo pamper. I mean, package it like you said about the delivery. You know, like I hear people say all the time, that's just the way I say stuff. It's tough love.
Yes.
But some of that's disrespect. And sometimes just because you got a little gray hair, you understand? You think that gray hair is a license to deliver it in a boo boo pamper. No, no.
Yeah.
Respect the person. If you love a person, the word of God says, by love and kindness have I drawn thee. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
a lot of you could help a lot of people if you deliver it right, you know.
Yes. 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 Tone and delivery is
Oh.
very important. You know, it goes a long way. You know, if it's brought to me in a way where you pull me to the side and you have a conversation with me, oh, okay, okay. And you don't have to always pop off and well, who are you? Who do you think you are to tell me? Baby, don't even worry about it. You know, that's the point where I get to, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Forget I said that. Because that lets me know you're not ready. You're not ready to hear. You're not, as they say, you can't handle the truth.
Because they go out, baby, they will read you. First of all, look
Yes.
so like, I mean, they will,
Yeah.
and I think too, you have, sometimes you'll be ready for it, but sometimes you ask God, God, I need an answer. God, I need an answer. And then the answer show up. And
Oh.
because of who it came from, see, oh, I know she went, but if we can receive the message, right? Don't worry about who it
Mhm.
came from, but receive it, because sometimes God will test you. He'll bless you and test you
Mm.
at
Come on.
the
Come
same time. Test you
on.
at the
Come
same time.
on.
You'll be sitting there talking about, wait a minute, did God just I, and be honest, sometimes you can't, some folks you can't stand. They love to say little stuff to you. Oh,
Yes.
at inconvenient times, but God does not do things when we want him to do it, how we want
Mm.
to do it and what we comfortable with. Sometimes he has to do it abruptly, to
Mhm.
get our
Mhm.
attention. Because
Yep.
we love hearing ourselves. Baby, we listen, we the wisest one on earth. you know. Let me see.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So I wanted to I took another note.
Okay.
Um, I wanted to talk about insecurities. This one,
Ooh.
but I'm gonna come from seeing others succeed. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
jealousy, seeing others succeed. Um,
Mm.
as women, I hear this statement a lot. Oh, I don't know why I can't stand her. Oh, I don't know
Mm.
why she get on my nerve. And it's but it's when she's achieving something. Oh, she got a new car. She thinks she all of that. Oh, she this, and I think when we can get to a place where we can say, we can praise what she's doing and then admit to ourselves, hey, I'm not where I want to be. I'm not where I want to be.
Mm.
Can you talk
Mhm.
to us a little bit about insecurity, about jealousy, and
Mhm.
feeling, how to deal with them feelings?
Mhm. Again, awareness is key. Self-awareness. You need to know you need to be honest about how you are. Um, I can see my sister doing well, and I'm going to applaud her because she's on her journey that God has for her. When we allow the jealousy to creep in, we've just lost focus on what God has for us.
Mhm.
So when I we did a lesson in our vacation Bible school this summer. We talked about the book of Psalms and how David was honest with God about his emotions all the time.
Mm-hmm.
If you are feeling jealous, talk to God about that because he'll check you real quick too. And like you said, you need to figure out why does this sister's success bother you so much?
Mm,
And how is it stopping you from doing, how is it affecting you from getting where you need to be?
right.
Um, we really have to have more awareness about ourselves, and we got to be honest. We may feel this jealousy, we may feel these feelings and thoughts, but it's not for us to hold on to it. Those are negative feelings. And you got to know that that's only going to hold you back. And if you're not careful, it'll start building up And now you'll start gossiping and spreading lies and rumors about people that's not true, all because of this little seed of jealousy that you've allowed to grow. You didn't check yourself, you didn't pray about it, you just kept watching it, and you just allowed it to grow.
Yeah, because it's gonna grow.
It's gonna grow. And the enemy's so slick, he'll connect you with another sister who feel the same way, and
Mhm.
now y'all is just growing.
Girl, I know she get on my nerve, and then and we have to. Oh, it goes back to, I know you heard this before, stinking thinking. You know,
Yeah. Yes.
it goes back to that too, because
Yeah.
we my mom used to always say this: whichever one you feed the most is gonna reign.
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
You feed your spirit man the most, that's the
Mhm.
one that'll be able to hear. You feed
Yeah.
your flesh the most, that's the one that will take over. That's the one that will be
Mhm.
in charge. And so
Mhm.
it's important, to understand that our hearts are desperately wicked. The word of God says it. And it has to be put in the hands of God. Your heart, your mind, your thoughts, all these different things have to be you have to give God control over those things so that you
Mhm.
can process and hear clearly. I do a study on rejection every year, and I
Okay.
talk about how we hear, and
Mhm.
what are we hearing things through, the filter we're hearing things through.
Yes, that's
And
good.
a lot of times we we can't hear we can't hear the good in what someone is saying, because we still got criticism and negativity and rejection
Mhm. Mhm.
that's working in our lives. Like
Mhm.
you said, it's growing. It has grown to a
Yes.
full adult.
Yes.
You
Yes.
understand? And you get ready to kick it out, and it's saying, "No, I got clothes in the drawer, and
Mhm.
my radio is in there." You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
now you got to get the police. You
Mm.
know, get remove them from the property.
Yeah.
And but these are things that has when you get ready to change, and that's why I wanted to have this show tonight,
Okay.
because triggers are not something that just happened to you. This
Right.
is, like you said, it's been there. And a lot of things we don't know that's a part of us until
Yeah.
God exposes it. you know
Yes.
your trigger is really exposing what's in
Mhm.
you, and that you
Mhm.
don't realize is there.
Mhm.
Okay. And
Mhm.
it's an opportunity to be better. It's not opportunity. We use it as an opportunity to hate somebody, or they get on my nerves, they always talking about me. But like
Mhm.
you said, why don't I sit this down, right? Let me be
Mhm.
slow to speak or respond. Let
Mm.
me go and jot this down. Let me journal it.
Yes. Come
No,
on.
and be
Yeah.
honest with myself so that I could be better, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
Ooh. All
I'm
right, yeah.
always reminded of the scripture that talks about bringing into captivity every thought, bring it unto the obedience of Christ. Those feelings of jealousy and envy and even hate and disgust, all of those things, you can take those to God. You
Yeah.
can take those feelings to God. He wants you to, and bring it. Lord, I know you don't want me thinking like this. I know you don't want me to be like this. I need you to help me. And I always tell people at the church, like, this is how I really talk to God when I'm in the car. Lord, I need you to help me because I am feeling some kind of way, and it's not a good feeling, and I
Yeah.
know it's not right, and I need you to help me. And when you talk to God, it's a two-way conversation because you got to stop talking sometimes and listen to God for His response. And sometimes God will check me that it's me.
Yeah.
It ain't them.
Yeah.
It's me. You feeling this way because of you. Oh, okay, Lord. You know, yeah.
Yeah, that's the truth. Cause honey, I tell people I get happy about rebuke sometimes, because or reproof or correction,
Mhm.
because it means that God still, is helping me and
Yes.
loves me enough to correct me.
Yes.
Um, I want to read a comment
Okay.
from at Zam Witherspoon.
Mhm.
1961. It says, which we talked about this earlier. When advice is being given, if the delivery is off, I stop listening after the first uncalled for inflection. Then I may miss out both my learning experience and possible blessing. that's
Yeah, that's
that's
real though. You know, most of us, we when the tone and delivery is off, we be like, the person still talking, and in our mind, we like, who are you talking to? You ain't talk- She not talking to me. I know. We still stuck on the first thing they said. We don't hear the rest of it
yeah,
because
yeah,
it came out wrong from the start. You
yeah,
know, so I get it. You're right, and it may be a learning experience or maybe a blessing, but because the way it came off,
yeah.
yeah, we shut it down.
That, yeah, check that package, boy. Check it. Check it. I friendships. Okay, we're gonna step into friendships.
Okay.
Okay. Woo, feeling dismissed by a friend. Oh my goodness. Man.
Okay, so the mature thing to do if you are feeling this way, and I'm grateful in my journey in life that I've learned to communicate because a lot of times it's misunderstanding. It's not any hard feelings or anything against you. It's just a misunderstanding. It's miscommunication. We do so much texting now until we miss the message. There's something missing when we text sometimes because you can text me and I will read it and think one thing and you meant something else. And
Right.
so I'm learning the value of picking up the phone. And I'm not a big phone person. I'd rather you text me, but sometimes this conversation, this needs to be a verbal conversation. Let me pick up the phone.
Yeah.
I Let me make sure I understand. Don't accuse your friend. Don't you been acting funny with me. Why you starting to act funny with me? Don't accuse. I'm just noticing or I feel, in psychology we talk about I feel statements. I just been feeling like something's off with us.
Hmm.
Because when you go right in accusing somebody, they automatically are going to
Yeah,
defend
they
themselves.
want. Yep.
Yeah. So I just feel like something's a little off here. It could be me, but the last time we talked, you didn't say much. And are we good? Simple as that.
Yep. Yep.
They may not have dismissed you, but guess what? Life happens for everybody. We all get caught up in
Yeah.
work and children and church and this duty and that duty. And
Yeah.
sometimes I wasn't dismissing you, sis. I
Yeah.
really wasn't. I've been busy. I really been busy. My apologies. My bad. Yeah.
And we gotta check ourselves too, because we be super sensitive, and we if we get selfish, everybody need to be there for us, and everybody, and you get into that little everything is, but like you said, life happens, even with our sisters, you know
Mhm.
we used to all, when you were kids, you was all in the same house. Now y'all
Yep.
grown.
Yep.
You
Yep.
ain't called me in months. Wait a minute, I just text you. I text, and it just, so it's important to uh it's important for us. It goes right back to what you said about us to slow down, communicate. Some of us have problems with communicating. Okay,
Mhm.
we're not good at it.
Mhm.
Okay, because I know a couple
Mhm.
people get the cussing first. You get the cussing first, and say, I just want to say, calm down. Say calm down. I ain't gonna say your name. I'm just gonna say calm down because God loves
Mm.
you and I do too. Um, so it's important to calm down. and breathe. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all what happened to me. I did not know that when you send out text, you are yelling at people. Okay.
Yeah, all caps is yelling.
Yeah, all caps. Yeah, you yelling at
Yeah.
people. Yeah, yeah. Somebody texts me back, "What you yelling at me for?" Now you see how I did that. What you yelling at me for? They probably didn't have that attitude behind it, but it was a text. So I was like,
Mm,
I didn't know that all caps meant I was yelling at you.
yeah.
My bad. I thought that the all caps was cute. So since it was already typing in all caps, I let it stay that way.
Yeah.
Now what's going on? You having a good day?
See how that tone came?
What's up, Alicia? You want to say something, girl? You muted. We can't hear you. You muted. Where you at? Still can't hear
She
you.
got her AirPods.
Still can't hear you. Hmm. Okay, there you are.
There we are. It is so crazy how dead on you have been this entire night. I might have to do a one on one with you, girl. I figured out I need a doggone psychiatrist. Another, how you doing? And it's from the triggers to the insecurities to just everything. It's amazing how dead on you've been. And when you were just talking about dismiss, she say, first person somebody just start cussing right on. Hey, that's why they call me the wild card. I'm quick to go. Who you talking to? I'm quick to say, who you talking to? No, we're not gonna do that. You know. And for the record, Queenie, all caps has been yelling since AOL.
Girl, I didn't know. Well, I didn't yell at a lot of people. I didn't yell. Hi! I've been yelling,
But
hi!
I I
What
am
you?
I am amazed at how dead on you are with everything, especially anything that's different things as far as the triggers are concerned. I have been telling people, don't come for me unless I send for you because I am broken and unhealed. So
Wow. Disclaimer.
if you
That's a
don't want me,
disclaimer.
and I don't claim it, but I know it, and I know that like you say, the Psalms, you give out your, David talked about his emotions all the time. The Psalms is an amazing book of the Bible. And it's one that I'm going through now, even with all of this. That's why I was so excited about this particular episode tonight because
Hmm.
it just hit dead on with my life. Me and Queenie got a lot in common. We had our first kid at 17. You know, I dealt with rape. I was raped and impregnated. I had to have that kid. The church put me out.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it's it's a lot that you have to deal with and you know that you have to process. So I mean, it was just
Yeah.
amazing listening to what was, what was being said tonight. And it's like, I'm so glad that I just muted and stayed on, regardless of what I have going on today. I needed to, this was some
Mm,
stuff that I actually needed to hear.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
was, this was
yeah.
absolutely amazing.
Me too, me too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Appreciate
Um,
it.
I want I got this saying, let's unpack and heal together, right? So
Hmm.
I'm going to throw a phrase out there.
Okay.
I need you to help us with it. This the phrase. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Help us
That's
tonight. Help us
That's a
tonight.
lie. That's a lie. I want y'all to stop saying that. Because depending on who these words are coming from, they do hurt.
yeah,
Yeah.
But
yeah.
they do hurt. Let's be honest. Let's unpack it. Maybe you need to ask yourself, why are these words hurting?
Yeah.
What is it triggering in me when I hear these words?
Yeah.
Sticks and stones may break my bones. Yeah, words hurt.
Word.
Words, because words have power. Words have so much power until it hurts. And it hurts on an emotional level. It may not physically hurt, but it cuts us emotionally. When you talk about, Alicia, you talking about those insecurities, somebody say the wrong thing to you, all those insecurities gonna come back up.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, because I'm quick to snap.
Yeah,
They come back up. They do.
yeah. They come back up. And then you react. Your reactions come from your insecure place.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you snapping. But when
Yeah.
you start to get healed, and healing is a journey. You may pass the test this time, but the next time you gonna cut them.
Yeah.
It's a process.
It's a
It's a process. And I gotta say, okay, my husband is on here and he put amen, because we talk about words all the time. Words have power, especially the people that love you, the people closest to you. Sometimes those are the people that talk to you the craziest, because they feel like you love them and they love you, so they're gonna talk crazy to you, and that's not right.
But see, what happens is they'll tell you, okay, use your words. And
Mm,
if you're using your words properly and somebody comes to you with their words improperly, for every
mm,
action, there is an equal and possibly an opposite reaction. Which brings me back to when I say, don't come for me unless I send for you, because I'm broken and unhealed. And if I come unhinged, then I'm the villain.
okay.
And and we don't want that. So
no, we don't.
that's
We
why
don't.
that's why I read the Psalms every day. I really work on, because the tongue is a two-edged sword.
Yes, yes.
And I don't want to cut you, because then you're gonna block my blessing. And I'm
Mm,
not talking physically cut you, because if
Yeah.
I open this, people tell me all
mhm.
the time, you unfiltered. Queenie calls me the wild card. So that's a lot of times she have to mute my mic because she have to grab my face, because she knows my face doesn't register well. So she blocks it sometimes and have to grab my hand and squeeze it, because she know that.
But in communicating as well, you have to, when you, like we were talking about earlier, once God begins to show you that that's a problem area, then when that part of you is about to rise. Yeah, we have to bring the flesh again under subjection, to the
Yes,
power
yes,
of God.
yes.
Why? Because this flesh is out of control. It will say whatever it wants to say when it wants to say it.
Mhm,
So
mhm,
it's a practice. You know how they say doctors are practicing. Same
mhm.
thing when we serve God. We're practicing. We have to practice
Yes.
on getting this tongue, because the Bible says this tongue is a ready writer. It is ready. It's ready to say what it's going it's going to say.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
it's a practice. And my son, he used to deal with high blood pressure as a kid, but it was
Wow.
because he didn't know how to express himself or process things. So I taught him about, I would teach him, I started off with do not engage, right?
Mhm, mhm.
Learning that no one controls you, you control you. Okay.
Yeah,
So you have to know yourself enough to say, let me step back for a moment.
yeah.
let me, and then it is some people that love to engage with you. They'll try to walk with you to the next room and try. That's when
Yes.
you call on the power of God. But
Yes.
in order for you, you have to be able to say, uh, I will not engage. It's an internal thing,
Yeah.
because you are trying to practice a different way,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And it
Mm-hmm.
ain't easy all the time, especially when you 25 years into cutting folk up with your words. Okay. 25 minutes is gonna be a little harder than 25
Mm-hmm.
years.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
it's a
it's been
practice.
about 35 or more for me. So,
So we look at this comment. It says, we have to know how to approach people.
right,
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And some of us know, we know the person we're approaching. We know what's going
Mm.
to, we know
Mm.
what's going, come on now. I used to tell
Mm-hmm.
people all the time, you don't have to talk to me crazy. Just say what you need to say in a plain little
yeah,
voice. Once you come and you approach me the wrong way, I'm like, you know what, God bless you. Hey, hallelujah. Then I'm gone. I'm not gonna engage with you.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you should know how to approach me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna approach you with respect. I'm gonna approach you with kindness. Even if you did me wrong, and let me tell y'all something. Go ahead to bring me to this place, you know, because I was, hey, first of all, I don't know who you think you did, for you, girl,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then the Lord say, what are you doing? What are
yeah.
you doing? Just because they were that way does not mean that you were that way. You gave your power over to them.
There you go. There you
That's
go.
it.
You gave them the power over you. I'm
That's it.
I've learned to, in my head, you use the word process. That's, I'm telling you, is one of my favorite words. Because sometimes I'm, and also I'm empathetic in a way that sometimes people come to you and they come to you the wrong way, but I can listen and say, you know what? That's not your character. It's something going on with this person.
Right.
And so then it's up to me to not respond how I really want to respond, but
Right,
instead respond in love and compassion, and then say, you know what? This is when wisdom, Proverbs talks about wisdom.
Hmm.
This is when we have to use our wisdom to know that, you know what? This is not personal. Because that's the other thing. We take things personal when people come to us, but a lot of times this is not they don't have a problem with me. It's something wrong with them. It's something
Come
going on
on.
with them on the inside.
Right.
that's right.
And now
That's
they're just, you know, projecting it this way. But I'm not getting ready to internalize your anger. No,
stuff.
I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
gonna
your
do it.
stuff. That's your
Mm-mm.
stuff.
Yeah,
You it,
no,
and I'm glad
you
you
deal
brought that
with
up
it.
because I liken it to a wheel. Like I say, everybody's wheel is going, right? So when my wheel is going, I got, school, church, and somebody done cut me off on the freeway. I got this going on.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, here your wheel come rolling in the room. Your husband
Mm.
done said something crazy to you, you upset because you don't want to submit, and then boom, you run into my wheel. Just a big old chaos, a ball of
Mhm.
chaos, right? We run
Mhm.
into each other. Now you got an attitude coming towards me, and you have to realize I really just stepped in the middle, like you said, in the middle of your stuff. So when we understand this, it's easy for us to turn and say, "How was your day?"
Mhm.
De-escalate it.
DS. Thank you.
Let's pray.
Thank
Let's
you.
pray before we get into, or hey sis, let me call you back, or let me, you know what I'm saying? And because sometimes I tell people, you just, or if somebody is arguing it or fussing at you, they just out the blue call you fussing at you. You have to realize you just got in on another conversation. They were in another
Mhm. Mhm.
they were in another
Yeah.
conversation.
Yep.
Their husband probably told them why you let her borrow that money. Right?
Mhm.
I told you that we didn't have the money to let her borrow. You let her borrow it anyway. So now she finna call you, go off on you, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
You mad at
Mhm.
her, but really she was into it with her husband. See,
And it didn't have anything to do
it
with
didn't
you.
have nothing to do with you. It had something to do with the fact that she didn't have no business borrowing out, lending out money. Okay. So I mean, but
Yeah.
it's a challenge because sometimes you're not always quick to register that, because like I
Right.
said, you're in something, they in something, and boom, hey, we going at it today. Going at it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, we got a question for you on the screen. Should you share with everyone what your triggers are?
It depends on how comfortable you are with your triggers. Alicia said, "Hey, look, I ain't there yet. I'm broke. Don't talk to me no any kind of way. I'm broken." So if you are comfortable enough to say, "Hey, I really don't like when you do XYZ.
Yeah,
When you come at me that way, that makes me feel like you think I'm a child."
yeah,
you know and I don't like when you talk to me like that. I am not a child. I'm not going to talk to you like that, and I really would just appreciate if you don't talk to me like that. If you're comfortable sharing that, then yeah, let them know, especially those, not everybody, but the people closest to you.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
The people closest to you, you definitely can say, "Hey, look, I'm." And here's the thing, I don't even know how much time y'all have. But some people, we are growing and evolving, but some people are still expecting you to respond how old Alicia responded.
that's it.
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
yeah,
And you're not in that place anymore.
yeah,
And
And so you gotta let them know, hey, look, I'm working on me.
yeah,
the old Alicia was very docile and really
Mm.
um she was always silenced. I was the eldest child, so I had to kind
Oh
of
yeah,
take care of everybody.
it
But
is.
if you got too many questions, you ask too many questions. You know, nobody could give me direct, especially in the church. And I grew up in the Holiness Church, Church of God in Christ,
Okay.
Pentecostal, whatever you want to call it. They slung all, they spoke in tongues, and they laid out on the floor with them
and
sheets.
everybody was going to hell.
And everybody going to hell and wore a pair of pants. And half the sisters
And
in the
red
church
lipstick.
was, yeah. And half the sisters in the church wanted the single pastor. And it was just a bunch of mess. And when you saw that as a child, you got the taste slapped out your mouth because you know what you see.
What you say?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
later on, when you pick up, that's what they was doing. And oh, and no wonder that kid looked like Pastor. He put her out the church because she had his baby. Yeah, yeah. So when when you grow up like that, this is why Queenie mutes me because I this this is why she keeps me muted because I the testimony and the things that I could speak on from when I was growing up.
Yeah.
You think we see something now in 2025? Baby, this been
Mm.
going on since the beginning.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
everybody that we see laid with their head up looking at the roof of the church, like DMX say in one of his songs, you laying up in the preacher telling the truth and it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everybody that's laid up with their head in that, all of them ain't in heaven. I'm sorry, hell is not empty.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
You
You're
right.
Hell
right.
is not empty.
So
Let's quit saying that they all went. Well, they up there with the Lord. Tell tell grandmama hello for me, baby. Look, Uncle might be down yonder. He don't even see grandma. If you think grandma in heaven, and guess what? Grandma might not be there either. Cause she wasn't all that great.
so we that's a good
See,
topic.
we need a part two because
Yeah,
I
that's
done got
That's why she
I have
that's why
I
she
have
mute
gotten
you.
triggered.
You see? But where did it come from? Your
yeah,
childhood.
yeah,
And
Exactly.
you
childhood.
sharing these
That's the
experiences.
PTSD of my
It
childhood.
Okay,
Yes.
I got another phrase. Okay. Get over it.
Mm, mm. Let, mm.
Boy, I
Let
got
me
some heavy
mute my mic. Let
and I
me mute my.
when they tell you when they tell you you need to just get over it. You
Mm-mm.
you you 50 some years old. Get over it. You need to just get over it. I'ma lean just to the side. Go ahead.
Just go lay it to the side. It's not that easy. It is not that easy. It's not that simple because there's work that comes with getting over it.
Yep.
And getting over it doesn't mean that I forget
Yeah.
what happened. I will probably always remember what happened.
Yeah.
Getting over it means that when I see you now, I don't even feel no kind of way.
Yeah.
I'm good. I got
Yeah.
peace.
Yeah.
That's what getting over it looks like. But for you to invalidate how I feel, that's a problem. And to tell me that I just need to get over it, no. That's not how this works. This is
Yeah.
my journey,
Mm-hmm.
my healing, my process. And so I have to figure out and through God, his work and his divine wisdom, he has to heal me in those broken places.
Yeah.
So when I heard Alicia say broken, it's a lot of people walking around broken. And
Yes, it
sometimes the
is.
people telling you need to get over it, they the people who help break you.
Oh, they the ones. They the what we
Say
preaching
that
tonight.
You
louder
know,
for the ones in the back.
and
We preaching tonight. Go ahead. I'm ready.
I'm just saying, some of these people that are telling you need to get over, you need to move past it. Well, you were the one who caused me this trauma and anguish in my head already. You're the
Yeah.
one who did this for years. You're the one who tormented me with these words. Why?
Yeah.
So now you telling me to get over it, but why? Because you done moved on past it?
Right.
No, you feel how you feel. You are valid. But now here's what I'm gonna say. I gotta say this. Don't just hold on to this stuff
Come
Right.
on.
and use it as a crutch and an excuse to not do better.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that's when you get people, Queenie, like you said, that say, "Oh, well, it's just how I am." No, that's
No.
not how God wanted you to be, though.
Right. Right.
And
You don't have to stay that way.
yeah. And it's also taking responsibility for one because
Yes.
once you identify it, now whatever happens after that or whatever you do out of that place is you that's you doing it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
have to, like they say, what they say, put your big girl panties on.
You put your big girl panties on. Yeah.
And say, hey, I don't have to carry this no more. I don't have, and when we peel off all of that stuff, now I can walk authentically in what,
Ooh.
and I can see where I can go. And
Right.
I
Mm-hmm.
find a lot of people, like I said earlier, you'll go so far, and you'll go so far, and then you get to a point where nothing, you're not happy about anything you achieve. When you get all of those bags off of you, rejection, daddy hurt,
Mm-hmm.
mama hurt, sibling rejection, divorce, whatever it is you went through. Once you get all that stuff off of you, you can see clearly. And now when you make
Mm-hmm.
moves, you know they are coming out of a pure place. And you can, because I went through a season where I wasn't finishing nothing. I
Mm.
was starting
Mm.
stuff and wasn't finishing nothing. Okay.
Mm.
And then when the Lord showed me, hey, you're not finishing nothing. What are you doing? What you doing today? You know, and
Yeah.
I had to take responsibility for what I was doing because
Mm.
I was doing a lot of stuff to see to because I wanted somebody to say they were proud of me. I didn't get that from my
Yeah.
dad. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
daddy issue. Okay.
Yep.
I had a
Yep.
dad. And so I had to cut out all that stuff. I had to cut all that stuff for a time. I had to get by myself, right? All my kids who grew up,
Mhm.
they was gone and living their own life. And I was having a hard time being by myself. But the Lord said, I need you to learn how to be just you. You don't know how to be just
Mhm.
you. You have been
Mhm.
everything for so many different people. You don't know how to be just you. So now I'm going to teach you how to be just you and how to love being you, and I'm going to show you that I did not make a mistake when I created you with all these gifts and talents, because you would be amazed at how much parental
Yes.
junk and childhood junk and, you know, and men junk, because this is for the ladies. You done had some men say some crazy stuff to you, leave you, divorce you, cheat on you, all this kind of stuff. And they left you holding in that bag. I ain't talking about that bag of money. I'm
Mm.
talking about that bag. Okay. And God has to empty all that stuff out of you. Hey, that he didn't reject you, he rejected me. Come on. You
Mm-hmm.
are
Yeah,
fearfully and wonderfully made. And so
there you
God
go.
had to, reconstructing, and he had to clear my mind and all of this stuff. It was I was a project.
Mm.
Okay. And,
Mm.
and watch this. I was a willing project. I was like, okay, God, work
There
on
you
me.
go. You were
Work on
willing.
you.
Right.
And you gotta understand that some of the stuff that God show you about yourself, you're not gonna like. You're not gonna lie. He
Mm-mm.
gonna tell you you a liar.
Mm-mm.
He gonna tell you you are the deceiver. He gonna
Mm-hmm.
tell you that you deceived yourself.
Yeah.
He gonna tell
Mm-hmm.
you self-esteem low. He gonna tell you that you don't value what he created. Because some of us,
Mm-hmm.
our self-value is in the toilet. So we keep
Yes.
putting with a lot of different situations, scenarios,
Mm.
because we lack value in ourselves.
Yes.
So it wasn't until I understood that what God made wasn't a mistake.
That's right.
Like for
That's right.
real, not just off of people preaching it. I'm talking about when I really got it in my heart.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
able to move forward, in a healthy
Yeah.
way. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, y'all. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna let Renisha. She gonna round us up in just a few minutes.
Okay.
And but I want everybody to write this down. I'm healing. I'm
Mm.
learning. I am in control of my peace. I am healing. I am learning.
Mm.
I am in control of my peace. And you can say this when you feel that trigger happening. Okay.
Mm.
Some of y'all ain't broke up with him yet, but this will help you get out of that relationship. Because, oh
Hmm.
God, I'm healing. I'm learning. And it's hard when you meet a person when you're in your broken place. And you don't
Yes.
realize that they are a part of your brokenness. They are attracted to a broken.
Mm.
So
Mm-hmm.
they want to keep it broken so they can stay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
healing. I'm learning. I'm learning means that I don't know everything.
Yeah.
Okay. I, you know how some of us, I have arrived. No, no, God is still teaching me. I am teachable. I am teachable.
Mm.
Say that to yourself on a daily basis. I am teachable. Lord,
Mm-hmm.
right? I am in control of my peace. Now, this one right here, I'm gonna help a lot of you. A
Mm.
lot of you pray for peace, but if you got God, peace is already there. You just need to
Mm.
utilize it.
Oh,
Some people,
come
oh
on.
Lord, I need peace. Give me peace, Jesus. He said, I'm already with you. I am peace.
Mm. I am peace.
Okay?
Yes.
Just need to utilize it. Okay, I need to
Mm-hmm.
utilize it. All right, I'm out the way, and Renisha, she gonna wrap us up tonight. Wait, let's read this comment. It is important that we know our identity comes from Christ. That's good.
That's right.
Yep. That's
Right,
right.
Angela. Yeah. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. You got to remind yourself of that all the time. And I'm getting ready, Alicia, I'm getting ready to change something that you said. I want from this day forward, I want you to change your vocabulary from I was broken, but now I'm healing.
I
I
like
like that. Okay.
I was broken. Because as long as you're owning that brokenness, you can't get to your healing.
Okay.
So I was broken, but I am healing.
I was
That
broken.
lets them know that you're in the process.
the process. In the process.
That lets them know that she's in the process. Yeah,
Yes, Lord. Yes,
yeah.
Lord.
So I thank you. thank you for this opportunity. I will say to anybody, this journey is about growth. It's about being better. It's about knowing who you are in God and just really embracing who God has made you to be. All of our experiences, all of the trauma, honestly, we can use that for something good. We
Yeah.
can use that as a testimony. That stuff that you experience, the heartbreak that you experienced, the divorce. Y'all, you say you had babies at 17. I got pregnant at 17. I had my daughter when I was 18. I heard things at church that
Yeah.
could have made me say I ain't going to church no more.
Hmm.
But I also had family around me that loved on me and that said, "Oh no, we going as long as you helping yourself, we gonna help you. We gonna keep pushing you." So all of this, it
I can't hear you
everything.
now. I can't hear you now for some reason.
She can't hear me.
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay.
Uh, Alicia, go out and come back in. That's probably what it is.
Mm, yeah.
I
But
still
yeah,
can't
just
hear. I don't know what's going on.
yeah.
Okay, keep going. Back in.
Yeah, just know that this life, everything we experience is for a reason. It's a part of our testimony. We're meant to grow and continue to evolve. I will say, if I believe in prayer and I believe in Jesus Christ, I believe in God, but I believe in therapy. I believe in it. Sometimes you got to go and sit down and talk about this stuff. Just carrying it within you and just walking around like you good. Stop walking around with that. And
Yeah.
I'm always telling people, check with your insurance company. Go on Google and look for a therapist near your zip code. And search until you can find somebody that you feel comfortable with talking to and saying, "Hey, look, I got a lot of stuff going on. I got a list of things I need to work on."
Right.
And this is the first step.
Yeah.
Help me to get some of this stuff out, because that's the first problem. We carry it.
Yeah.
And then we got to be careful, because then it turns into health problems.
Yeah.
Now we got high blood pressure. Now
Mm-hmm.
you're ready to have a stroke because you got all this stuff bottled up in you for 30, 40, 50 years, and it hasn't gone anywhere. It's just there festering.
Right.
So we got to learn how to get this out. We got to learn how to have the conversation and be okay with knowing that sometimes there are things we gonna have to work on.
Gonna have to work on it. Yeah.
None of
Yep.
us are perfect. We all got work. There's always something for us to improve on and grow and learn from and evolve to. Because that's what God is trying to take us. But we can't go with all that baggage. It's just gonna slow us down.
Yeah.
Yep. I was broken, but now I'm healing.
That's it. That's it.
Yes, ma'am. You better write it down, put it on a shirt or something.
I know that's right. Huh. Put it on refrigerator, put it on the door. Listen,
Yep.
everybody to just keep in mind, amen, that nobody's perfect.
That's right.
Okay. There may be a stigma behind going to counseling, but listen,
Yeah.
listen. The enemy wants you to always be in a stinking thinking state of mind, because that's where he can
Mm-hmm.
get around in there and play around in your mind, your thoughts. He
Yep.
can he can stop your growth. He can, when you allow him to play around in there. So it's better out than in.
Yes. Amen.
This better out than in. So go find counseling, a professional. Let me put that at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that your pastor ain't right. I ain't saying that. So don't be going telling them her. I'm saying nothing wrong with counseling. There's
Right.
nothing with seeing a therapist. Nothing at all. Okay. As a matter of fact, it's gonna help. It's gonna help you grow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Renisha, for coming. We're definitely gonna bring you back
Thank
on
you for
the
having
show.
me.
You have helped us so much tonight. And I was so excited about you coming on. Odessa couldn't be with us tonight. She's usually on with us. But we look forward to having you again. And if you have any topic you want to come share with the ladies, please come on.
Please,
Okay.
please.
We look forward to it. Give
Thank
us your
you so
information
much.
again so they can hit your page and tell us where your office and everything is as well.
On Instagram, you can find my page on Instagram, and it has the link to all of the other stuff. So my Instagram page is From Hurt to Healed Counseling. Is there a chat somewhere where I can put it? Can I type it in the chat?
Yeah, put it in that chat. You said from hurt.
From Hurt to Healed Counseling. Yeah, all one word on Instagram.
All one word. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, ladies, listen. Sisters United is to empower, inspire. If you have a topic or something you want us to talk about, please make sure that you let us know. From hurt to healed counseling, right?
Yes. Yes. Yep. On Instagram, and it has all my methods of communication.
Right, y'all.
Got it.
All
Yes,
right, y'all.
ma'am.
I want y'all to remember that without faith it's impossible to please God, but with God all
All
things are
things are
possible.
possible.
Who cares? God cares.
God cares.
Night. We'll talk to y'all next week.
Good
Bye.
night.
All right.